released just this week a new mode for Zwift, time trial mode, which makes the time trial events a little bit more realistic because we're not set off all in a big group. We're set off one by one, just like a real time trial. So because this is event only, you may not be able to log in at any time and do one of these events. I'm going to run you through today what that user experience is like through sign up, warm up, and hitting that start gate to show you what it's all about so you're familiar with it. When it's time for you to shine, you'll be flying as fast as you can. All right, let's go through it. Today here I'm on Watopia on Fugo Flats. I haven't signed up yet. There is an event in 20 minutes, so I'm going to pull out the companion app and sign up. The reason I use the companion app is because it then tells me what my specific start time is. The event starts in 20 minutes, but I might not start until another 30 minutes after that. I'm assigned a start time, just like a real time trial. Okay, no time to spare. Let's get signed up. Okay, now my companion app has just connected and I need to go to events, and fingers crossed there is a time trial in exactly 20 minutes here on the flat course. I'm going to hit go on that one. Tempest Fugit, 4 p.m, 20 kilometer time trial. Today I'm B grade level at the moment, so I'm going to hit plus on that. You can see me hitting plus just here. And the event start time is, we won't add that to the calendar, I'm already on the bike. The event start time is 4:01, and you can see right there in the companion app, I've just been assigned my time right here on screen, 4:06 p.m. So I know 4:06 is my go time. The event starts at 4:01. There'll be probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 riders off, depending on the time gaps. At the moment, I think this one is assigned to 30-second time gaps. So there'll be a few carrots for you to chase up the road. So you do need the companion app to get your specific start time for your time trial event. Okay, cool, we're in, I'm signed up. The event start time is still a little bit ahead in the future, so I haven't been given the opportunity to join the event start just yet. So I'm going to get a warm up done, and I'll be back in just a moment when we jump over to the pens. Okay, here we are, 14 minutes to go for my start time. We are here in the start pens, and there's not a lot of other people around at the moment, but this is the first look at the start pens here. And what we see is I've brought a knife to a gunfight. I'm on the Buffalo bike, but at least I've got the disc wheel. Right, the only other person at the moment who has been assigned a faster start time to me is on screen. Let me jump into a camera angle that we can see. There we go. So I'm back here, which was plus 6 minutes. And if at 30-second intervals, I'm about 12 riders back. So in theory, there should be 12 riders ahead. What we can see here is the ticker. 8 minutes exactly to the start of the event before the first rider goes off. Okay, so other observations from this point here. We are on Chevron, so it looks like we're all on a big set of kicker stickers. And there's multiple lanes. I'm guessing that accounts for hundreds of people being able to join a time trial. I am told that if there are multiple lanes of people, they are then set off at the 30-second intervals, but the lanes are split by a few seconds each. So you'll have multiple people starting at the same time, very close, but it's the big gaps. It's the 30-second ones to catch your person in front or for that person to catch you. As you can see here, a few people are now joining up. I have 12 minutes, 50, 49, 48 to get warmed up. During this warm up, just like any other Zwift event or race, etc., where you're in a starting pen, these metrics aren't on the screen. You don't have heart rate shown, you don't have wattage, you don't have anything, and they're not recorded. They're discarded. Only when you start, things are started to be recorded, and they're the metrics that you have that get uploaded to Strava, etc. So your warm-up may be wasted. There's a trick for that. If you do pull out your companion app, you will get heart rate, cadence, power, so you can warm up to that with those metrics on your companion app. Or if you've got a Garmin or a Wahoo head unit or something like that, you can also warm up to that. But do be aware if you're doing most of your warm up here. So for 12 minutes, I'm not going to get any more metrics uploaded to Strava unless I record it elsewhere. That's a gotcha. Okay, so what do we got at the moment? 6:28, 6:29, 6:27, 6:26 for the first person to ride off. And I'll keep on a view like this so we can have a look at that person roll off and get shot out of that starting gate. I'm still back here. We have a rider behind me here from Japan. You can select your own bike too. That's why I'm on the Buffalo bike. So someone else behind me is on the road bike. I'm keen to see how they do results, because what will happen is there's going to have to be a hot seat. If there are 30 riders plus, there could be 30 minutes between start times between those riders, but also 30 minutes between finish times. How will they do that? Let's find out today. All right, I'm going to get the rest of my warm-up done. We will check back in a few minutes before the first rider starts rolling out. Okay, with just 60 seconds to go for the first rider to start off in the event, I've jumped over to fan view of the second rider so we can see what happens to the first rider so we know what's coming up for us. So they must be getting nervous in the start line there. They've chosen the right equipment anyway, I'll give them that straight away. So 39 seconds. I am told that the riders are started off, every rider starts off at 20 miles per hour, so around 32 kilometers an hour, so you don't have to do that hard acceleration at the start. So everyone starts off, which kind of simulates going down a start ramp, and everyone having a certain amount of speed before you have to start really pushing on the pedals for the next 20.4 kilometers. Okay, 17 seconds, 16, 15, 14, 13. We're going to get a first person view here of how it happens from rider number one. Let's have a look. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they are okay. The first person obviously was a DNS. Did not start. So rider number 2, which is what this is just like real life. When your Minuteman doesn't show. Okay, so there's a countdown there. So 30-second intervals times 10. So there we go. Cool. Okay. At 8 seconds to go or 10 seconds to go, the first rider then moves up, or the next rider, rider number 2. Where was rider number 1? And boom, off. Okay. That's how it works. Now, we're not going to sneak peek at this dude. We're going to jump back to me. We'll watch it from back here. So back to me. We'll jump from another camera view here. Camera view 0. We can spin that around. There we are. A few of us lined up now for it. There we go, rider, 10 seconds to go. The rider is rolled up to the front. And 4, 3, 2, 1, kapow. You'd want to be spinning on the cranks. Even though you're shot off, you want to be spinning. So I've got 4 minutes 25 to go. Let's just watch the next one, and then we'll quickly fast forward for my start time. Okay, with just over a minute to go, the nerves definitely aren't kicking at all. They're not kicking in, honest. I'll switch back to first person mode so we can see what's going on here. Okay, C Harvey's lining up, row 10 starting, so 2, 1, go, off they go. Okay, 56, 55, 54, that's my start time. So this rider will get shoved forward in 10 seconds. Lovely mohawk. If you're going to give this one a full crack yourself, you might want to be up to speed about 10 seconds to go, I think. But I'm just cruising this one today. Just cruising to see what it's all about. Okay, rider off. Here we go. 20 seconds or thereabouts. Probably select the gear. Right, what is this all about already? We are about to be sent forward. Thanks for the thumbs up. No heads up display, so it doesn't kind of tell me how far I've got to go. I did take note of that though in the companion app. Here we go. On the start ramp. Don't fall off the ramp. 4, 3, 2, 1. There come the thumbs, and we are go. Okay, there's a new heads up. Let me get up to speed. Into the big ring. Dodges a ghost. And we are away. Alrighty. So what we see on screen now is other riders. I expected the heads-up display to be a little different. In this promo material, it had a different map. So I expect that's what we'll be seeing soon. But for now, I've just been thrown back into the standard riders nearby. There we go, that's what I expected. We are here, so we have the map. Well, I'm not quite sure to make of that finish. We had the finish arch, and then that wasn't the finish. We had the countdown timer, or the countdown kilometer mark. That wasn't the finish. I'm not sure what's going on. So result-wise, unless that line there, okay, so what we saw there is one false finish line marked on the map. We saw a countdown kilometer finish map. We saw another, I don't know what's going on. Let's call this first look at the not quite production level software at the moment. Okay, so I come in fifth. Here's the results that do pop up once you reach wherever it is that you need to reach. We can see here that I've got fifth place with 291, 3.9 watts a kilo, and 3.9 watts a kilo won the race with a lot less watts and a lot less heart rate. So don't take a knife to a gunfight, I think is the answer there. And Buffalo Bike's a bit slow. I also pulled the pin a bit early because I wasn't quite sure where the finish line was. So I guess this is now the hot seat that you sit in waiting for someone to knock your time off, because that's not going to be the final time. If someone started behind me and went faster than me, I'm going to be knocked down from fifth. A few things that I think could be improved on. Well, obviously the finish line. That was a bit of a mess, to be honest. But also time gaps in real time. The time gaps on screen, it appeared to take into account the riders going the other way, but on the same, it was just a bit confusing. I'd like to have, like they have at the Tour de France. You are this many seconds behind, this many seconds ahead, maybe some time gaps along the way. Those segment time gaps were a little confusing. They didn't pop up until we were on one. Yeah, I guess we just have to get our heads around how this actually works and what we can expect, but event only, so I don't suspect we'll see this too often in community-led rides, which is more about the community. That's all about the solo effort and trying to kick other people's butts, which isn't really that social, to be honest. So we can see a few other riders coming in here as the results fly down there. See Harvey coming in, a little later right on. See Harvey, good job, 139. So a bit of a Zwift effect there with me going a little harder than what I thought on my Buffalo Bike. So yeah, results I guess would be fluid until a certain time period passes, which will be the last rider off that can't beat your time or the times above, if the math is correct. A little bit of computation to take into account there, but the fact that I finished top 21% in my category, that could change if someone else comes along and goes a little faster. Anyhow, there we are. My first attempt at a time trial in the new Zwift time trial module. It's interesting. Still needs a bit of work though. All right, thanks for watching this, and remember to support this channel and what I'm up to here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up if you found this informative, and we'll see you soon.